Tyson Fury has once again become the center of attention, but this time it isn't because of a spectacular knockout, a heated press conference, or one of his trademark mind games. Instead, the conversation is being driven by reports emerging from his training camp ahead of his upcoming bout with Mariusz Wach. According to multiple insiders, Fury was reportedly knocked down during a sparring session, and while sparring stories often get exaggerated, this particular rumor has...
You can't knock me, mate. Disrespect me and I'm going to take the job over. I don't care who it is. You disrespect me and I'm taking the job over. And nobody can stop me because I got a right to be there because I'm his father. I'm not...
Spread rapidly throughout the boxing world. As more snippets and footage from training circulate online, fans have begun analyzing every movement, every exchange, and every sign that could reveal Fury's current condition.
It's good because that's only sparring. If you get dropped in sparring, it means you're learning. And tomorrow morning you don't get dropped in the same shot. So him getting dropped in sparring, that means he's learning on the job, so it's okay.
Whether these reports ultimately prove to be accurate or not, one thing is undeniable. People are watching Tyson Fury's preparation more closely than ever before. Every clip, every interview, and every...
He was a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division, but I think, once again, every fighter has a window. I think his window's passed, which I'm sorry for, because it's a shame, because he's beat some really good fighters, and he's been in some really hard scraps, and I think he's showing that he's worse for wear for.
Comment from those close to the camp is now being viewed through a completely different lens. Former heavyweight contender Chisora attempted to calm the growing speculation by suggesting that getting caught or even dropped in sparring is simply part of the learning process. Sparring is designed...
He's got a good head on his shoulder, he's very articulate, he's sensible, he doesn't, he's not boastful, he's quite respectful about boxing and the people boxing. He doesn't have to shout and make a noise to be seen. He does what he has to do in the ring, where he gets paid to do it, and the rest of it is just... I don't think even, if he had his way, I don't think he'd even do press conferences. That's not the way he is. But he's a joy to work.
And to prepare fighters for real competition, and every elite boxer has difficult rounds behind closed doors. Chisora's point is understandable. However, Tyson Fury isn't just any heavyweight. He's one of the biggest names in boxing history, and whenever someone of his stature reportedly hits the canvas, even during training, the story immediately becomes front-page news.
He's no nonsense. He's no... My man looks at these big-ass dogs that look like dinosaurs. He's no nonsense. He don't ramp. So when the bell goes, no matter if he's your friend or foe, he's going to try and knock you out. So, and that's the job what he's going to do. I think this can go one of two ways. One, it'll be a hard night win.
Tony Bellew offered a much more critical perspective. He suggested that Fury may simply no longer be the fighter who dominated the heavyweight division just a few years ago. According to Bellew, every great champion eventually reaches a point where
he needs an emphatic victory to wet everybody's whistle, get everybody talking about him again. Ultimately, talk's cheap. You can talk up the fight all you want. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to smash him. All the things that he may or may not say before the fight, because we're used to it now. We've heard it a million times over. What everybody needs to see is the proof's got to be in the pudding. What's he got left?
Age, punishment, and countless hard rounds began to catch up with them. Coming immediately after reports of Fury being dropped in sparring, Bellew's comments suddenly carry far greater significance than they might have only months ago. Meanwhile, promoter Frank Warren continued to praise Fury's professionalism and commitment. Yet many observers couldn't help noticing that Warren's carefully chosen words sounded more measured than enthusiastic. Rather than dismissing the rumors outright, his comments focused on experience and preparation.
Look bad. Now that's like 46 years old. I think he's 133. Out of 33, he's stopped 20. He's lost I think he's been stopped 8 or 10 times. I can't remember. But what I'm saying is, so there's no threat there. There should be no threat there. And this is how they're looking at it. They're going to take the flight. They're going to take the criticism. Tyson Fury's camp for picking this opponent. He just wants to get out. So this isn't about the opponent. This is about Tyson Fury just getting out there, getting a bit of a sweat on, trying to steal a bit of thunder from AJ's performance the day after.
Leaving plenty of room for speculation. Some fans even interpreted his remarks as an attempt to avoid adding further pressure to an already tense situation. Former world champion Johnny Nelson offered a different perspective altogether. He spoke about the mentality required to succeed at the highest level of boxing. According to Nelson, the very best fighters are able to switch on the moment the opening bell rings, regardless of what happened during training camp. It's a reminder that sparring sessions don't always predict fight night performances. Nevertheless, the reports surrounding Fury demonstrate that even legendary champions aren't immune to difficult days inside the gym. Duke McKenzie highlighted,
and the only thing you're good at is being taken away from you. What's to stop him? I mean, what's he got to lose? He's getting paid. He's doing what he wants, and fair play to him, just leave him to it. But as I say, I hope both of them come out healthy.
What many believe is the biggest question surrounding Tyson Fury today. Nobody truly knows how much he has left. Fury has achieved almost everything possible in boxing, but years of brutal competition inevitably leave their mark. The uncertainty surrounding his current level has only grown louder because of these sparring rumors. Until Fury steps into the ring and delivers another convincing performance, doubts will continue to follow him. Johnny Nelson also warned about one of the oldest dangers in boxing: underestimating your opponent. Throughout history, countless champions have entered fights believing victory was guaranteed, only to discover that confidence can quickly become complacency. If the sparring reports are accurate, Nelson's warning feels particularly relevant. Looking vulnerable behind closed doors is exactly the type of...
He is trying to get attention, he's trying to stay in the limelight and keep in the public eye, or is he trying to do it as a negotiating ploy, so when he's retired it's going to cost a bit more money to get him out of retirement? But either way, if I'm totally honest, I'm getting fucking sick of it. I'm really just...
storyline that can create uncertainty before fight night. Tony Bellew didn't soften his opinion. He described the matchup with Mariusz Wach as one-sided and questioned whether the fight offers any meaningful challenge. While many supporters understand the value of a tune-up bout after a long period away from elite competition, critics argue that facing an aging opponent does little to answer questions about Fury's current abilities. Combined with rumors of a difficult training camp, the criticism has only intensified.
Hi guys, I thought I'd take this opportunity to just say a little word about Thailand really. Very special place to me. I came here a few years ago. I fell in love with training here with the heat and everything, waking up every day, stunning. It's also a place where Christians, Muslims and Buddhists all live together in harmony. Unbelievable. Very, very beautiful place. Very, very thankful that I'm able to fight here and raise money for the Father Ray Foundation. A very, very good cause, and I hope everyone can dig deep and give as much as they can, or as little as they can, and let's try and raise some money for a very, very good cause. These have been helping children for over 30 years, deprived, disabled, homeless, starving, all of the above. I'm going to give it my best shot to do the best I can to raise as much as I can for them, and yeah. Let's go. Thank you. Blessed be the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Carl Froch also voiced his frustration, questioning whether Tyson Fury is genuinely focused on competition or simply generating headlines once again. Fury has announced retirement multiple times before returning to the sport, creating an unpredictable pattern that has left some fans skeptical. Froch believes boxing supporters are looking for clarity rather than more uncertainty, with reports suggesting Fury struggled in sparring against the backdrop of what many already consider a favorable matchup. Those questions have become even louder.
Where this guy Mariusz Wach was just in a freak show, and he's clearly being paid just to step into the ring and lose to Tyson Fury. There is no competition aspect. There's no reason for this. They better not put this on Netflix. Holy shit, they better not. Put this on Netflix. It is on Netflix. Well, I shouldn't say that. These posters, they can be deceiving at times. I don't think there's been an actual official announcement. Yeah, it's in Thailand as well, so all the lady boys can come and watch, I guess. I don't know. They gotta pay us to watch this? Yeah, bro. This is garbage. This is garbage. If this goes longer than a round or two, this is absolute.
Despite all the criticism, Tyson Fury has also shown a more personal side. Speaking about Thailand and the charitable purpose behind the event, Fury emphasized that raising money for children in need remains one of his biggest motivations. Regardless of what happens inside the ring, using boxing to support charitable causes deserves recognition. However, many fans find it difficult to separate that positive message from the growing concerns surrounding his physical condition. Charity is admirable, but supporters still expect to see a version of Tyson Fury capable of performing at the elite level that built his legacy. Wade Plem went even further, describing
was a formidable man. But when you fight one of the hardest punchers in boxing history 3 times,
it takes something out of you.
Of course it does, yeah.
You takes it out, it never gets replaced.
Yeah.
You can never fill that tank up like you had it before. And every shot he took, don't forget in the last fight he went down 4 times, cannons of shots. He fought his heart out, he went to the well, he gave his all to get that knockout.
One of the greatest trilogies we've ever had.
And when he got that knockout, Tyson had nothing left after that.
The contest as closer to an exhibition than a genuine competitive fight. His view reflects the opinion of many boxing fans online, who believe Mariusz Wach is no longer operating anywhere near world-class level. If the fight was designed primarily as a confidence-building exercise, then reports of Fury struggling during sparring become far more difficult to ignore. A low-risk opponent should inspire confidence, not create fresh doubts. Perhaps the most revealing comments have come from Tyson Fury's own father, John Fury. In remarkably candid interviews, John...
Big strong man, as you can see. Tyson's an elite boxer, but what's he got left? I don't know. Tyson's not a stupid man. He knows where he's at. He feels good in training, but in training is one thing, in the ring...
Acknowledged that 3 brutal wars with Deontay Wilder may have permanently changed his son's career. He admitted that repeatedly facing one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history inevitably leaves lasting damage, no matter how talented or well-prepared a fighter may be. That admission significantly changes the conversation. Rather than dismissing concerns about Tyson Fury's condition, John Fury appears to recognize that years of punishment have taken a toll. Coming from someone who has watched every stage of Tyson's career, those words carry considerable weight. John Fury continued by suggesting that Tyson has been gradually declining ever since the Wilder trilogy ended. According to him,
if you ask me about the fight, Mariusz Wach is 46. Now, Mariusz Wach was a handful at one point. When he boxed Klitschko, he was unbeaten, lost on points to Klitschko, I believe. When was that? November 2012? Wow. Time's flown by. Lost to Povetkin. I would say 2017, he started to get a little bit older. I've met the guy, he's an absolute giant. He's one of the biggest men I've ever met. Probably the second biggest man I've ever met. David Price, probably the biggest. Oh, it's ginormous. So as far as a boxing contest goes, at 46, you know.
Too many people around the heavyweight star are reluctant to acknowledge that reality. Hearing such honesty from a father is unusual in boxing, where family members often defend fighters at every opportunity. If John Fury genuinely believes the decline began several years ago, then recent sparring reports may represent something much larger than a single bad session. Dave Allen examined the matchup itself and questioned why Tyson Fury is facing Mariusz Wach at this stage. Wach is now 46 years old and has won only a handful of his recent fights. Although he remains an exceptionally large heavyweight and once pushed Vladimir Klitschko...
You know, Tyson, obviously, with the amount of fight showed, he's still definitely got a lot left. Mariusz Wach was a very, very good fighter back in the day, very, very good. But now, You go back before the time he was losing every round to Fraser Clark and other guys as well. He's not really been at the races at the top level for a long time, so it's a bit of a weird match, but I guess there doesn't need to be any risk at this stage as the Joshua fight has happened, so I'm not sure what we expect
to go the distance. He is no longer viewed as a serious contender. Allen believes the matchup naturally raises questions about Fury's ambitions. Allen also pointed out that while avoiding unnecessary risk makes sense if a future blockbuster fight against Anthony Joshua remains the long-term objective, selecting an aging opponent can create more criticism than confidence. If the purpose of the contest was simply to rebuild momentum, reports of Fury being dropped during preparation undermine that strategy entirely. Johnny Nelson offered perhaps the most balanced interpretation. He suggested that Fury may simply want rounds, activity, and another payday after spending time training in Thailand. Fighters are entitled to take less demanding contests, particularly after long careers filled with championship-level competition. However, even Nelson admitted that if the sparring rumors prove accurate, they contradict the entire purpose of such a fight. A straightforward tune-up should generate confidence, not headlines questioning whether the former champion is slipping.
I understand Tyson fighting out there because he spent time out there just training. He just wants to get out. So we kind of can't jump on him for picking this opponent because he's expecting it. This is not about the opponent. This is about Tyson Fury getting out, getting a workout, and getting paid for it. God knows how much. I don't think it'd be that.
Nelson also admitted confusion over how the event itself came together, even questioning who is responsible for putting everything in motion. When respected figures within boxing appear uncertain about the circumstances surrounding a major fight, it naturally fuels additional speculation. Ultimately, the biggest mystery remains Tyson Fury himself. Rumors from sparring sessions, divided opinions from respected boxing voices, and growing questions about his physical condition have created an atmosphere unlike any previous Fury training camp. Until the opening bell rings against Mariusz Wach, nobody truly knows whether these reports represent ordinary gym gossip or genuine warning signs. One performance can silence every critic, but if Tyson Fury struggles on fight night, the whispers surrounding this camp will quickly become one of the defining stories of his career. For now, the boxing world can only wait, watch, and wonder whether the Gypsy King still has enough left to prove that the doubters are wrong.